Hi guys, we are here for another Booktube video. Quick announcement before I start after this week, I am going to start doing them every 2 weeks instead of weekly. The reason being I'm not reading as much because I am writing slash editing again. So yeah, that's why this week I don't have many books to show you because I'm technically supposed to be editing at night, and during the day I'm trying to work on a new story, which I've discovered needs a lot of research, and that's going to be so much fun because I thought I knew everything because I'm setting it where I live. But I don't know everything, unfortunately. Alright, so getting right into this week's booktube video. So this week I really only read one book, and that is Lost Crow Conspiracy, so I will talk about this one. I started rereading Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card because all the books I have unread weren't calling to me, and I decided, you know what, I need my comfort read, which is Ender's Game. I read it a lot. Alright, so Lost Crow Conspiracy. I'm putting out spoiler warnings right now because I will probably, if you haven't read the first book, I might spoil things for you. So if you haven't read the first book, stop now, and I'll try to warn you when I get into spoilers of this book. So, I decided to read this book without rereading Blood Rose Rebellion, hoping I could remember what happened, and when I started it, I wasn't really remembering. I'm going, okay, this is, okay, yeah, don't remember anything that's happened. However, Rosalind is awesome, and she actually put in a lot of things which kind of helped remind me of what had happened in Blood Rose Rebellion. So as I got more into it, I kind of remembered more because she wrote it in, and then it was kind of like, oh yeah, that did happen. Okay. So this was a really good sequel for me. I really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to the third book. So for those of you who don't know, Blood Rose Rebellion, and I'm hoping I'm right in this because again, I only vaguely remember. There's this girl Anna who, in this world, which is Earth, but you know, kind of like parallel world where there is magic. Magic is controlled by like the elite, and Anna is a member of the elite families. However, she does not have magic. Instead, what she does is she tends to break people's spells that they cast. Not meaning to, but she does. And so she gets sent off to Hungary with her grandma and tries to learn the Romani magic, which is different from the magic of the elite. And if I remember correctly, that didn't really go so well. And basically in the elite they had this spell called the Binding that they had set. And sorry. And Anna decided to break the binding, and in order to break the binding, she had to kill her cousin, whose name I'm not going to say, even though he does play a big part in this book, but because I know I'm going to say it wrong, it's like Matthias or something. And in breaking the binding, she set free all these creatures, whose general name I'm also not going to say because that one I really can't say, don't ask me to. And they helped, save her lover, whom I love, and whose name I also can't say, because all the names in here are hard for me to say. In my head, they're one thing, and I'm sure if I ever listened to, like, an audiobook, I would be like, oh, that's not okay. So, in this book, we're starting off, she's gone to Vienna with her sister and brother-in-law, and everyone has magic now, to an extent. A lot of the elite who had magic before the binding was broken have lost it, and a lot of the common people now have magic. And then you also have the creatures who are running around because they're free now. Um, and the elite are still acting like elite, and they want to do something about these creatures because some of them are kind of evil and killing people. But after all, they've been locked up for 1,000 years, so what can you blame them really? And Anna wants to try to help them. Um, so lots of things happen in this book. It's really good. I really, really enjoyed it. Um, I got more of Anna's love, who's again a name I'm not even going to pretend to say. Um, and I do, even though I can't say his name, I do love him. um, and now I'm putting out spoiler warnings because, again, in the first book, she killed her cousin in order to break the binding, but it turned out her cousin does not die. He is saved by the lady, who is basically like a goddess of the creatures that were set free. Um, and he was saved because his magic is like even more special. Like he can shapeshift, he can travel through dreams, you know, he can control animals as well. Um, and Anna doesn't know this. She finds out at the very, very end of the book that he's still alive, but throughout his sister was like, I keep having dreams about him, I keep having dreams, and Anna's like, oh, well, I'm sorry, but he's dead. Well, I'm not telling you that I'm the one who killed him because I don't want you to be mad at me. But of course, the sister Naomi does find out that Anna is the one who killed her brother because the creature who helped Anna do it, who is Hunger, told her. Um, and so Naomi went off looking for her brother, and we don't know where she is right now. At the end of the book, she is wandering, looking for her brother. Um, and Anna and her cousin Mateus, that is how I'm going to say his name. Um, they have they found each other, and they are trying to stop the creatures who are trying to basically incite a war with between all the different countries because they basically want to go in and kill the humans and, kind of have power again because, the humans kept them locked up for thousands of years. So that is kind of where it left off. And that is Lost Crow Conspiracy. So it is really good. Of course, I do recommend reading the first book if you haven't yet. And if you're not me, I would recommend probably rereading the first book unless you have super great memory. I do not. I should have reread it. I was just trying to not have to. And that was a bad choice on my part. So, yay, Lost Crow Conspiracy. So, my next Booktube video will be the weekend of April 21st and 22nd. And hopefully I will have more than just one book read to share because hopefully I'll have read more by then. I will probably finish Ender's Game within a few days because since I have read it before, I can kind of go a little quicker with it. Although I won't be reading much on Friday because it's my birthday. Yay! So yeah, that is it for this week's Booktube video. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in 2 weeks.